Hola and welcome to Daily Portuguese.
This is podcast about Portuguese language and Portuguese culture. And if you would like to book a free class, check the link in the description. Hello.
Boa tarde, Maria.
Boa tarde, Dulcídio.
Como é que estás?
Bem.
Bem. Quentinho? So today, for those that are interested, those who aren't interested probably are not listening, but we are going to talk about the differences, differences and not only, between Portugal and Brazil. Portuguese from Portugal and Portuguese from Brazil. European version versus Brazilian version.
Yes.
You wanted to say something before I jump into...
Not that much.
Okay.
You talk, I'll, interrupt.
Nod. You'll talk and nod. People that are listening cannot see your head, nodding. But okay, let's start with the basic stuff. The pronunciation or accent and the rhythm. Okay, so to be honest...
What I would start with is that there is not such a big difference between Brazilian and European version.
No.
I would say the difference is slightly bigger than British and American English, but just slightly, because there is a few differences in grammar, but in general the languages are very similar.
I love when you say the languages because it's actually one language.
It is one language, that's true.
It is one language. So Portuguese accent, it's more closed.
Yes.
Looks like we talk without moving our mouth. And the Brazilian accent
Because you're
is
trying to close
the feelings and get the feelings inside, and we don't want to explode.
That's why.
And that's why
and
we
that's
only
why you
open
also
to
close
sing
the vowels.
fado. I don't know.
Wait, vowels? Yes,
Yes, vowels. So the Brazilian, they open more the vowels.
Yes.
And they tend to be pronounced with more clearly. And that's something that people are surprised is how you write stuff in Portuguese and how you say it.
Yeah.
So, and then the rhythm. We speak very fast, and we...
You do?
Yeah, we speak faster than Brazilian people. And I usually say that we eat parts of the words.
Yeah,
So,
because suffocate the vowels.
We keep the feelings
Just don't give them, place to
shine.
vibrate
In your
mouth.
While Brazilian people are more, I'm going to say the word melodic and vowelish. I don't know how to say that. Their vowels and the rhythm when they speak is more present than when we are.
Yeah, so I guess that people know that Brazil was colonized by Portugal.
I think people know.
And it started around 16th century, I think.
Yeah, 1,500 something.
And I haven't checked it. I don't know that well Brazilian history or culture. But I know that in Brazil there are very big influences of African culture.
Because
African
of
languages.
The slave trade.
Yes, yeah. And also the native languages from South America. And I think that caused that the Brazilian version is just more melodic.
Okay, that is possible.
Yeah.
That is possible. Since we are talking about pronounce and rhythm, we don't have the... I always... So, when you play drums, you have 2 feet. One is on the right foot is on where? Boom, boom. And the left foot is on these 2 tiny plates.
Snare, I think.
Probably. I don't know why I'm looking at my feet. But I say that Portuguese, we speak without the snare. And Brazilian people always putting that feet like leite, gente. We don't have this. We don't have this. So we say leite and they say leite. Bom dia. We say bom dia. and
Yeah.
they put like a DZ. They don't put, but they
Yeah, it's the same with the word ciao, which for me is the
Shao, Shao
or
Maria.
that. For me, the funniest thing is that this is not a European Portuguese word, which is it's hilarious because the fact that you use it in Portugal, it's a Brazilian influence, which is funny because I think that Brazil has it from Italy. It's not also native Brazilian word, but they just changed it and both pronunciation and spelling. So it's written TCHAU, and they say it like that,
Shao.
which, and you say it like this, but they even say it more like chi, like ch.
Ciao.
Yes, but you still say it differently.
Ciao.
Which is like this word for me is just
Actually, now that you are talking about this, there used to be a detergent in Portugal. I don't know if this brand is international, called Shao with the X.
it's international brand, but it's different name in Portugal.
Okay. And it was nice because I remember that it was one of those commercial things like Shao as goodbye to your, dirty clothes. That stuff. Okay, moving on, and
But
we can
since we
talk
are
about toothpaste later and other
No,
things.
I
but
thought that since we are on that, the other biggest difference in pronunciation it's the letter S.
S, yes.
That in Portugal you say you pronounce it
Sh.
sh.
In the end, in the end of the Portuguese.
Português, sim.
And they put like, okay, I'm who's right or wrong, but they put like a ES, Portuguese.
Yes.
Portuguese.
But the difference, Portuguese. Yes, that's true. And it's clear S.
Yes,
the same
S,
with
Portuguese.
word mais in European.
Mais, yeah,
and
mais.
mais. Yeah, maybe that's why because of that they are also more able to put the melody in the words.
Oh. Maybe.
Yeah.
Moving on with our life. The way we treat people.
So we go to grammar.
We go to grammar. We use tu. And você, it's kind of a respectful, but you also sometimes the way you use it can sound like that you are keeping distance from the person. Distance, relationship, whatever. Formality and so on. In Brazil, they mostly use você instead of tu. Tu,
I would say that they
just some regions, they use
regions,
tu.
and it's not that popular.
No, and
Because
sometimes
most of our, if I think about our friends or family from Brazil, none of them says tu.
No,
They
no.
always use você.
See.
And
And
they come from different parts of Brazil.
and some of those, what I was saying, some of those places, some people in Brazil use tu, but they conjugate the verb in the third person singular. And I remember this.
So they use tu, but they use the você form.
Yes, você
Yeah.
conjugation.
Which
person.
shows the influence, how big você is in
Yeah,
Brazil.
so on this movie City of God, Cidade de Deus, there's a part that it says like, tu é maluco, which means you is crazy, instead of you are. So they conjugate it as the third person singular, but they say tu as tu second person singular. Yes. Oh, I'm tired. Talk. So it's only just few regions. So don't be offended. Like, because if someone treats me as você, I feel immediately old. And are you going to say, like, you are old, Dulcity? That's how people say. And Brazil, people from Brazil, that's the way they treat people.
So I never paid attention to that, but do they use señor and señora?
Not that much. They
much.
still
They
keep
just-
você.
Okay.
Okay. Second thing about grammar, we have this present continuous, like English does, and we use the verb estar a plus infinitive form. Estou a jogar. I am playing. And they, instead of using estar a plus infinitive, they use estar plus gerund. They say estou jogando. Estamos a falar, we are talking, and they say estamos falando. Okay?
Yeah.
And another important thing, still on the grammar, the position where the pronouns stay. We, most of the times, we need to make a full episode on this, but it's going to take a lot of energy and patience. But most of the times we put the pronouns after the verb. So we say help me, ajuda-me,
And
or
you even use the
hyphen,
yeah.
give me, and they use the other like dame, and they put it always before. They don't say dame, they say me dá, me give. Yeah, me give, or me help instead of help me. It's weird when I say it in English. I don't know. I just, for a moment, I felt like Tarzan or something like trying to talk and could. So, but that's how they do. Which there are pluses on this. One plus is that we have few exceptions on this.
Yeah.
When it goes before and after, they don't have. And in some of the complemento direto, we have some exceptions where the third person changes to something different. They don't, because it's always before. You want to add something?
Yeah, that for example, that would be like in Portugal you would say vi te ontem. I saw you yesterday. Yes, and in Brazil they would say you te vi ontem.
Eu te vi ontem.
So they use the pronoun obviously because they need to. They don't need to. In Portugal, but also because that's the problematic part between to learn Portuguese from English. That you don't have the conjugations.
Yes.
Yes.
Some things like
yeah.
that's actually the trouble I have when.
As developed conjugations
Yes.
as in English. So, but in Portuguese you don't have to use the pronoun. And in Portugal you actually omit it very often or almost always.
Yes.
Unless you want to emphasize I saw you yesterday or something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's another thing about the pronouns that in Portugal, in Brazil, they actually use them all the time. No?
Yes. Yes.
Even though the verb indicates who is talking.
Yes.
Or about what are you.
We just assume that we don't need, like,
Yeah.
because the verb is conjugated like on that person on this exact way. Yes. Not having anything more to add to this subject, I have one general idea, and this is what I pass to all my students. And it is the following. I prefer Portuguese from Portugal. Obvious reasons.
Are you going for a sum up?
No, I'm just a general idea.
Ah.
But what?
No, because we still have. I thought we are going to talk also about the vocabulary.
We go.
We go. Okay, because it sounds like you want to end this episode.
Okay, let's go to the vocabulary
Okay.
before, because I see you so excited about that.
Yes.
And so the vocabulary for me, it's the thing that that actually might make it harder to understand from all of that. Because the grammar, we know, we have the gerund, we use it different than they do. We have all the forms and they just put it in a different place.
But in general, like,
it's the
you
same.
can understand, and no matter what version
Because
you learn,
because
they will
most of
understand you in both
because
countries.
you know what's the funny thing, the gerund and the position of the pronouns, the complement direct and stuff, it's the same in Spanish. So we are used to listen that, so we know that they talk like that. Words, and I'm going to give you examples that are completely different. We say autocarro. They say Maria.
Omnibus
Ônibus.
or that
We say comboio. They say
tram.
tram. We say casa de banho. They say banheiro.
And you banheiro is the it's
No, banheira is the bathtub.
Yeah.
Then we say telemóvel, and they say celular. Um, and then we say pequeno almoço, and they say café da manhã. And few others. For example, you're not seeing, but we have a painting here. We call this quadro. Or you can call this tela, as canvas. But they also use the word tela for monitor. When I was working for General Motors, and so in the beginning, I had no idea that tela was monitor. Screen,
in
yes,
general, yeah.
yes. And I asked, what are you looking at? And they say, I'm looking at tela. I said, so please look at your monitor. Because I thought they were just looking at some painting. Estou a olhar para a tela. Okay, so look at monitor.
I would think they would look at TV.
No, tela. Tela. Tela is the word that we have for camera.
Okay.
So, e another word. You don't know this word. Pedágio. Ha! I also Googled that one when I was working for General Motors, because like, oh, passei no pedágio. I was like, I don't know, where did you pass? Pedágio is the highway gates.
Oh.
Portagens. Portagem. So, and you see, you know the word portagem, but you had no idea what is pedágio, and that's where you can get lost.
Yeah. Well, there is also, I know this difference between in vocabulary, that in Portuguese you have word rapariga,
Rapariga,
which
sim.
is
Girl.
and widely used, not a problem,
No,
and
no.
you just use it for girls. And in Portugal, it might be offensive.
In Brazil.
Yeah.
It might.
And there are a few words like that, but of course, like it will be a, funny story to tell, but it might happen.
It might happen. We don't have to share those. We just let people go there and try them all. Now can I sum up?
Yes.
Okay, and I have a green light. To sum up, I'm a Portuguese teacher, and I teach Portuguese for over a decade. See how I'm selling myself? But I always tell my students that they should listen things that are made from Portuguese from Brazil. Why? Just because they are 260 millions and we are 10 million. So they produce more music, more movies, more TV shows, more everything. And while you are learning Portuguese, if you start to try to listen Portuguese from Brazil, it just opens a whole new world. Oh, this sounds like Aladdin. But it opens you another country, and much more movies and music and so on. So, and it's a matter for me. It's a matter of training your listening, because it's the same language with just a different accent. Imagine that all your life you are like so focused on, speaking English from USA, and then you don't understand what they are talking in UK. Because I know someone that Portuguese that was born and raised in France. Portuguese fan, never listened Brazilian, and the first time I showed him in the university a song from Bossa Nova, he was like, "What language is this?" And he had to learn how to listen. You know that person, but I'm not going to say that at all.
Yeah, but no, I'm actually thinking about that I have to share my list of Portuguese songs. It's called Portuguese songs, actually. I curated the list that I'm listening on a daily basis because it's so nice. And there are few songs from Brazil also.
Okay, so the list has like 30 songs, 3 are from Brazil first. When she said she curated, it means that she was driving in her car, listened something in the race, like, oh, I'm going to add this to the list.
That is so true.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I spent years of investigating. No, you were in the car, it was like, oh, nice song, Shazam. And then you put it on the list.
Yes, but then I was, checking the artists, and you have the recommended and stuff. But actually, you know what? Now when we are talking about it, it's funny how many Brazilian parts of Brazilian culture was always available in Poland, like the bossa nova, the world of jazz. It's of course the big part, and we always had the Brazilian musicians coming here, and of course the telenovelas. I remember coming back from school, it was always on TV. We had, I don't remember what was the name of it? With Natalia Oreiro, something with Angel. And she was such a, big hit. She was coming to Poland on tours and stuff. And it just
You are
makes
talking
me
of
think.
something that's part of my trauma, of childhood trauma, that every day after we had like 4 open channels, and this is before cable TV and all this whole world that came. And after the news in the evening, after the news started at 8, I would say finish at 9 and something. And then it started telenovela, this soap opera that always some weird, crazy love story or two, I don't know, twin sisters that were separated when they were born. And then one day they go on the street and they see the second one and they're like, hey, you are very similar to, and oh, were you adopted? Oh, I was adopted. Oh, me too. And then they're like, this is, and
I see
for
you really would like to be a screenwriter.
no, it's just this is one of the telenovelas. So I have this trauma that the TV was off for me after dinner because there were no cartoons or TV shows, and the movies would only start at 1 a.m. or midnight after people had this avalanche of telenovelas. So yeah. But well, if you learn Portuguese and then that's what you want to do, then feel free.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any question about difference or similarities or between the language, just leave a comment.
Yes.
See you next time.
See you.
Ciao.
Bye.